Although relative amounts of rise may seem very small, only a few millimeters per year, the cumulative effects of these small rises each of long periods of time causes major problems. Most developed coasts have buildings very close to the ocean, leaving little room for the ever-expanding ocean. The future effects of sea level rise on coastal civilization over the entire world are of great concern. Over half of the world's population lives within 100 kilometers of the coast. Over the next 50 years, damage due to the coastal developments will be devastating. But if the rate of sea level rise increases, the result could be catastrophic. This issue threatens areas from New York City in the United States to the Pearl River Delta in China. Although it is well understood by scientists that armoring beaches destroy beaches as well, this fact is still widely unrecognized by the general public or ignored by coastal developers and engineers. The world's beaches are being mined for sand for a variety of uses. The practice is often very destructive and poorly managed. This is a global phenomenon. This theft of beach and the dune sand is direct cause of erosion along many shorelines. It is very damaging to the beach fauna and flora, ruins to beach aesthetics, and frequently cause environmental damage to other coastal ecosystems associated with the beach, such as wetlands.
Coastal management starts with the development of ancient civilizations. As a result of their development, docks, breakwaters, and other works were built, usually in a large scale. Prior to the 1950s, the general practice was to use hard structures to protect beach from erosion. To talk about the history of coastal management, it's hard to ignore the Romans. The Romans introduced many revolutionary innovations in harbor design. They learned to build seawalls, which are walls of rock built underwater at the base of a cliff to protect a settlement from erosion. Old-style seawalls reflected all the waves back to the sea, which was considered to be effective. However, in the meantime, seawalls caused beaches to dissipate, destroying the landscape. Furthermore, Romans managed to construct solid breakwaters. Breakwaters are massive natural boulders sunk offshore to filter the energy of waves, protecting the cliff and settlements behind. The breakwaters cost little money. However, there were some unintended consequences. The excessive sediments would build up, leading to Tambolo, an island attached to the mainland, to form. As the world enters the modern time, during 1920s, people were no longer interested in using these techniques. The obtrusiveness and the cost of these structures led the late 1940s to move toward soft engineering methods.
In the modern era, coastal management have slowly changed from hard engineering methods to mostly soft engineering methods, such as beach replenishment, sand dune management, and beach drainage. Beach replenishment is one of the most popular soft engineering techniques of coastal defense management schemes. It is the process of piling imported sand onto the existing beach. Sand dune management, also known as sand dune stabilization. This method includes building car parks, footpaths, and boardwalks to stop the removal of sediments by humans, or using fences constructed of wood. Lastly, beach drainage lowers the water table locally beneath the beach face. This causes accretion of sand above the drainage system. Beach drainage systems have been installed in many locations around the world to halt and reverse erosion trends in sand beaches.
Holderness Coast is located northeast of London, facing North Sea. It extends 60 kilometers and made up of cliffs that are 20 to 30 meters high. The coastline has been formed by soft, easily eroded clay. The cliff line is retreating at a rate of 1.5 meters, around 2 million tons of material per year. Causes of coastal erosion. There are no beaches to reduce the erosive power of the waves. Little beach material is transported from beaches of Holderness from elsewhere, and the waves are able to reach the base of the cliff at all times. Destructive waves is the main reason which causes erosion of the Holderness coast. Waves have a long fetch all the way across Arctic Ocean, allowing them to build up energy as they are blown by the wind. Increasing in volume of water caused by rising of sea level allow water to reach further inland without losing as much energy. 2 million euros was spent to protect the coast. The construction includes 2 rock grinds, 500-meter long rock revetment, and cliff reprofiling. The increased threat of sea level rise due to climate change means that other places will need to consider the sustainability of coastal defense strategies for the future.